Hey guys, and welcome back to another Buffbunny review. Today we are reviewing their upcoming marble launch. This is on April 17th at 1 p.m. CST. I'll put all of the other times on the screen as always. So Buffbunny actually made marble about 2 years ago, and this is like semi-nostalgic for me because it was actually one of the first collections I've ever tried from Buffbunny. This bra, which is actually sadly not relaunching. If you guys are watching this, please bring back this bra because I love it. The open back is so cute. I need to give you guys outfit FOMO. But the marble has been kind of an iconic thing for them for a while, and honestly, I never thought they were going to bring it back. So not only are they bringing back the marble in this collection, which mainly in new pieces, I will say, but they're also launching kind of a new fabric slash line made of recycled materials. The fabrics are made of recycled fibers, glass, plastic bottles. Everything that is a solid in this launch will be in those recycled materials. So I think that is really exciting too. So I think the recycled materials are a big step towards sustainability, and I think that's great that they're doing that. Also, all of the tags on these sustainable items are attached with these little recyclable little tags. Personally, I think why even bother with the tags? Honestly, for all online brands, like I don't really see what the point is because you're getting it online, so it's not like you need to know that it's like new or anything. Maybe it's for return purposes or something. Who knows? If you do decide to shop this launch and this video was helpful, please feel free to use my code. It's just Kathryn at checkout. It's not a discount code, it's just a support code. I do appreciate if you use it. And if you do end up using it, make sure to enter my monthly giveaway. You can enter that in the link in the description below. Also, as always, in all of my videos, my measurements are in the description below, and I wear a size small in I think basically everything today. If it's not a size small, I will be sure to let you know, but I'm basically a size small across the board in Buffbunny. This review is going to be a slightly different style than my normal Buffbunny reviews or my normal reviews in general. I am going to be doing kind of like a video overlay situation just because I really need to keep this not too long because I just had 6 finals last week. And I have 5 this week. I am in dental school and we're in like 12 million classes, so lots of exams. So I'm glad I was still able to find the time to do this, but we're on a little bit of a time crunch. So I'm gonna stop babbling now and let's get into the fabrics. So all of the marble stuff is made of the Elysium fabric. And before, I kind of just called this the Limitless fabric. If you've had the Limitless leggings, which were like the original citrus Limitless leggings that they launched last summer, any of the patterns from the Frozen collection, the OG marble leggings, these are the OG ones. This is the same fabric. So it's that kind of sleek performance material. Again, if you've ever tried the Limitless leggings, it's the Elysium fabric. They just have now named it to make it a little more easy to remember. And that will be a 73% polyester, 27% spandex, and that's the Elysium fabric. So all the marble, Elysium fabric. And then the next main material is the Eco line. So these are both performance materials. So this is definitely a performance material heavy launch. Personally, I do like my brushed fabrics, so although these materials are still very nice, I'm just a brushed fabric girl at heart. But if you're someone who can't stand when like pet hair or like lint accumulates on your fabrics, all of the fabrics in this launch are not going to attract any of that lint or fur, and they also should be pretty pill resistant. In terms of launch colors, obviously we have the white marble and the black marble. In the white marble material, I really do think it's the best white marble out there in the activewear world. So many brands have like made a white marble, kind of like, you know, cheaper brands like I've seen like on like Amazon and stuff, which Amazon does obviously have some really great leggings, but usually their white marbles are just like very sheer. These ones are actually very opaque, and I'm going to be double squat testing these with like dark purple underwear. So we're gonna be able to see if they are squat proof, which I already know they are, but they're actually single lined. I thought they were double lined for some reason, but they're actually single lined, still squat proof. Then there's the black marble, which I just do wanna say, the one reason why the black marble really isn't my personal favorite is that it is lined with white. It's still a squat proof dense material, but when you stretch out the black, you get white. So it may look like it's shearing out when you're squatting. It's really not. But personally, I don't love that the white kind of shows through, especially if you're wearing kind of like a tighter size. It can look a little white like in the butt area. That's just something to keep in mind. I definitely prefer the white marble. Then the solid colors of the recycled material fabric. I'll also put color comparisons on the screen. This is quartz, a nice light pink. This is nearly natural, kind of an emerald green. Elements, kind of like a fuchsia, darker pinky purple. And then there's some colors I didn't get, like black, white, sapphire, which is a darker coral, and carbon gray, so I didn't get those two. And it should be mentioned that we have some marble Game Changer backpacks, which I think are so cute. And it should go without saying, but any of the solid colors I think go really well with any of the marble colors. Personally, I think a full marble outfit is cute, but it's just a little bit much for me. I prefer to wear like the marble bottoms with a solid color top or a marble top with a solid colored bottom. So there's definitely a lot of ways you can mix and match like that. Okay, anyways, let's start getting into the review. So first we have a favorite of mine, the Limitless biker shorts. These are made of that Elysium fabric, so it's a very sleek, pretty compressive material. I do wear a size small in these. I recommend staying true to size in the shorts. In this size, I felt like they fit perfectly, no extra fabric, no gaping in the waistband. These are an 8.5-inch inseam, so they're definitely a biker short. I love bike shorts though, they're just like my favorite kind. These are also a medium to high on the booty scale. They have slightly tapered glute seams in the back, very flattering, and they have side pockets, which I know is super important to a lot of you guys. No front seam on these as well. Just kind of a small little crotch gusset, nothing crazy. You can't see this crotch gusset like from the front, so I wouldn't worry about that. And overall, I give these a medium to high compression. They really do feel like they're snatching you in. It's somewhat compressive in the bottom of the shorts, not in a way that cuts into you as like one seam. It's more of a compressive like region around your thigh. So you could potentially have some squishing. It wasn't uncomfortable for me though, and I felt like it kept the shorts really secure. So I would not say that these really cut into your thighs significantly. If you're in between sizes, I would size up just because of the potential for thigh squishage, but I really don't think you need to size up. And yeah, those are the Limitless shorts. They also have just regular Limitless shorts. These are from 2 years ago, so it's not the same as these. They also do not have side pockets, and they're a 4-inch inseam, so they will be a little bit on the shorter side if biker shorts are too long for you. And they're made of the same Elysium fabric. And they will also have Limitless leggings. I have reviewed the Limitless leggings on my channel before, and I did not get them for this specific launch, but think the Limitless biker short, just full length. It's a 25-inch inseam, so about a 7/8 length. It looks kind of similar to the OG marble pants. I believe these were like the Onyx leggings, but the pocket on the side of these Limitless leggings is solid colored. It's not going to be the marble print. It doesn't look like a crazy contrast because the marble print is so subtle, but you will just have a solid pocket. I find the Limitless leggings can run a little bit big, so if you're in between, I would size down in the Limitless. Otherwise, I would say true to size. A lot of you guys have already tried the Limitless leggings, so a lot of you guys know. But yeah, they're not quite the same as the OG marble leggings because the OG marble had like this like mesh insert at the bottom of the leg, which I didn't love because the seam kind of cut into my calf a little bit. So the new ones will not have this. Next, we have a new item, at least I think it's new, I haven't tried it, the flow shorts. So I was definitely excited to see some flowy shorts because I'm actually wearing a pair from Alphalete right now that I've kind of been living in this style of short because they feel loungy enough to like be comfortable around the house in, but I can still wear them out of the house and they look like presentable shorts. But I will say the Buffbunny ones have a lot more booty coverage than the Alphalete ones. I never felt like my butt was falling out of the Alphalete ones, but these ones are a longer inseam. They come in black marble and white marble. This is the black marble, and I will say I like this black marble better than these stretchy materials because it's not actually lined with white. It's kind of like grayish, so you're not gonna get that like stretching and like white show through. So these ones are not gonna do that. I was really curious to see what the lining on these ones would be, and it's actually like a spandex type short lining on the inside. So it's going to be a very secure lining and you're not going to be able to like flash anyone. It's not going to be an underwear lining either, so you're not going to get those awful underwear lines. I never knew why like those Nike flowy shorts always did that. I'm like, built-in underwear lines into shorts, like name a worse idea. So you have this inner spandex lining. The inseam of the inner shorts is 2 inches and the inseam of the outer shorts is 3 inches. Compared to the Alphalete shorts, which is like a 1.75-inch inseam, you are getting a lot more coverage for these. I felt like my butt was fully covered, but they don't look like weirdly long. You have an elastic waistband with a tie drawstring. The drawstring is also elastic. I'd go with your normal size on these. I'd probably base it off of your waist size. I felt like the waist area was very secure and snug on me, but nothing else was tight, even though this part of the shorts doesn't actually have any stretch in it. So go off your waist size. These also have pockets, which is something that I was missing from the Alphalete shorts. They have 2 front pockets and they also have 2 butt pockets. So I do like just having a little pocket in there. And I would definitely love to see these shorts in some solid colors in future launches because I was actually a big fan. It's a polyester spandex material, but to the touch, it's actually really soft in like a non-brushed way, but just very soft to the touch. So I'm a fan of these. Next, we have the Jade mesh bra. This is the Jade mesh bra from the Frozen collection. Obviously in this collection, it's not coming in this like blueprint. It's coming in the black marble and the white marble. This is actually the only bra that is coming in a marble print, which is another bummer because I love the marble bras with a pair of solid colored leggings. Made of the Elysium fabric, and compared to some other Buffbunny bras, bras like anything in the Nubri fabric or the Energy fabric, which are like really stretchy, and I think you could potentially size down. I would not size down in this bra because the bottom band is like an inch thick elastic. So if you size down, this could cut into you and it's not going to like have as much give as the stretchier fabrics. The bra has a solid medium support. I just don't find myself reaching for this specific bra that much just because it's supportive and I don't feel like I'm falling out, but I just would like a little bit more coverage. It's just like almost not enough space in the cups for me personally. So if you are a larger cup size, I'd give some thought as to if this bra is going to work for you. Personally, I can wear it, but I don't reach for it a lot. So that's the Jade mesh bra. The Aurora crop tops are back. This is an iconic Buffbunny crop top. I love these. They're just a very classic high neck fitted tank. In terms of sizing, I think they may run like the teeniest bit small. If you have a larger chest, I would consider sizing up just because it can be a little bit tight. I wear a small and it just adds a little more compression. So it just kind of depends on your preferences. This is from 2 years ago, but I think it's the exact same, coming in black and white marble and just very basic. Also in the Elysium fabric. Next we have the Limitless flow top. I think Buffbunny always does a really great job of including both cropped and full-length tops to really be inclusive to everyone, because not everyone likes to wear a crop top or just a sports bra to the gym. So they always do a really good job of having multiple length tops. So this is in a size small, and to the touch it has that sleek feel of the Elysium fabric, but it is actually a thinner material just to keep it lightweight as a top. It's actually a 90% polyester, 10% spandex, so it's going to be a little more lightweight. It has a pretty high neck, relaxed fit, so I would size down if you want it to be snug, but normal size it'll still be a little bit relaxed. You can see it on me in a size small. It has a scooped hem at the side, and you can also tie this one up if you don't want it to be quite as flowy. I wore it to the gym the other day, tied up. Obviously I took it off after like one exercise because I overheat and I don't like being too hot at the gym. So that's Limitless flow top. There's also the Limitless mock neck top, which I did not get. So it's a mock neck, meaning that it's going to be kind of like, I consider mock necks like mini turtlenecks, but they don't sit too close to your neck. Full length sleeves on this one, so it is a long sleeve and it is cropped. It doesn't look too cropped. I bet it'll go like almost like right above your legging waistband, and it comes in the black and white marble, and it's in the same material as the Limitless flow top, so it's going to be slightly more lightweight than the Elysium fabric. Next is the Limitless fitted jacket. Comes in black and white marble, made in the Elysium fabric, so it's a pretty heavyweight jacket, which I think is nice. This one kind of has a little mock neck situation as well if you zip it all the way up. It does not have a hood, which personally I'm not the biggest hood person, so I like that it doesn't have one. The top is also kind of reinforced and feels a little more sturdy than the rest of the jacket. It is a full zip, and it also has 2 zippered pockets on the outside, which I love a secure zippered pocket. That's something I felt like was missing from the Jazzercise jacket. It didn't have a zip pocket, it just had regular pockets. So I like a nice secure pocket. It even has those little like slot pockets on the inside of the jacket. The sleeves are also plenty long if you have long arms, and they have the little slit thumb holes, kind of similar to the Jazzercise jacket as well. I got a size small. I'd say these potentially run slightly big. You can see in my try on, there's just a little room in like the lower tummy area. Not that I think a jacket needs to be like skin tight all the way around. I just wanted to say, like, if you really want it tight against your torso, I would size down, but otherwise I think it's very true to size for jackets. So now onto their eco line stuff. So these are the eco leggings, and they're a 25-inch inseam, so they're going to be kind of like a 7/8 length. This is the color Elements. I have a size small, so these are made from the recycled polyester. I think it's actually pretty stretchy for a recycled material. I've tried a couple recycled materials that just don't have a lot of stretch to it, so I really liked that. The material is kind of on the thinner side. It kind of reminds me of the Spin leggings, but not quite. I felt like the Spin leggings did a little bit of a better job of like being super hugging. These ones at like maximum knee bend, I felt a little bit of restriction, if that makes sense. So they weren't restrictive until I was in a super extreme position, but I still wouldn't call them a restrictive legging. Hope that makes sense. I feel like also these could look a little bit shiny. They are a sleek performance material, so that is to be somewhat expected, but compared to some of Buffbunny's other performance materials, I think it might be a little bit shinier. Medium to high on the booty scale for these ones. They do have nice flattering glute seams. The eco leggings have less detailing on the front, so you do have a high-rise waistband and kind of like a little paneling on the side that kind of comes up a little bit higher on your sides, and just like a straight seam down the front, and it has more detailed seams in the back. So eco leggings going to have more seams in the back. This one also has more of an extended crotch gusset. I'm making all of these distinctions because it's slightly different than the hybrid leggings that I'll talk about next. So you're going to have a little more detail on the back, some potential for calf discomfort, but it doesn't have any horizontal seams across the calves, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. And the logo on this one is kind of like a little like silicone logo that matches the color of the fabric. So I liked the logo on this one a lot. These were also very sweat friendly. I'll insert a little sweat check from my recent workout, but it's been pretty hot where I live recently. It's been like 85 degrees in the gym. Was also pretty hot, and I was sweating, and I didn't see any sweat in this material. So if it does show any sweat, it dries very quickly. So I think that this is a sweat friendly fabric, and you're not going to get any cat fur or lint on these. Overall, I felt like these leggings held up really well in my workouts in general. They are a sleek performance material, but I wasn't pulling them up at all. Compared to something like the Step Up leggings from Buffbunny, I felt like those slid down on me a little bit. These stayed up really well. In terms of Buffbunny performance material leggings, the Spin leggings are still my number one. These didn't like beat them or anything, but I still think they're really nice. Then we have the second and final pair of leggings that are made of the recycled materials. These are the hybrid leggings. Definitely a couple of distinctions of these and the eco leggings. I think I might like the eco leggings a little bit better, but they both have their pros and cons for sure. So these are actually a 27-inch inseam, so they are going to be longer and more full length than the eco leggings. This is the maple color, by the way. It's a nice little brown, which I'm ashamed to say that brown has grown on me as an activewear color. I hated it at first, and I said I would never like it, and then I've been liking it, and this is just what happens. I'm slowly influenced by seeing things over and over again, and now we like brown. So the hybrid leggings actually have a top band. It's not necessarily an elastic, nor is it very bulky, but it is there. So it does have a little top band. I did a little sit test in my try on, and I think it could squeeze you a little bit, but personally I really didn't find that it dug into me at all. I've had Buffbunny leggings with a top band in the past, and they're not a tight elastic that's going to cut into you, so I wouldn't be too worried. But if you don't like any top bands, definitely go for the eco leggings, not the hybrid. Compressive waistband. These ones actually felt more like a medium high compression to me, and these ones are much more basic on the back. There's really not much going on in the back of these leggings. There's no seam details. They do have the curved glute seams, so they are going to be very flattering on the glutes, but kind of on the side and front they have a little seam detail that comes down like across and over the quad area. So more details on the front of this one, less on the back. No front seam again. This one also has a less prominent crotch gusset. It's just a little triangle. This is the same as the like spin legging crotch gusset. So if you want a less prominent crotch gusset, if that's also important to you, these ones less prominent. The logo on this one also isn't the same little like matching silicone logo as the last one. It's just one of their classic, more press-on style logos. So I don't know why they have one on one style, not on the other. I liked the new one a little bit better. These are also going to be a sleek performance material and no front seam too. There's the hybrid sports bra, which I did not get. It's made of the recycled eco fabric. This one has more of a deep V neckline and kind of a T-shaped back. Looks really cute. Looks like it would have a nice open back. I just didn't get it to try for you guys. The bra I did get is the eco bra. This is in the color quartz. I have a size small as normal. So I wanted to love this bra, and normally Buffbunny bras for me have a good amount of room in the cups and I'm not like falling out of them. This one I just felt like maybe the straps were a little too long or something, and I just wasn't like very lifted. It's more of like a light to medium support for me. When I wore it in the gym, I had to like pull it up a good amount just because it kept like, I don't know, just kind of like kept letting my boobs kind of fall out of it. So unfortunately it wasn't the best fitting for me. I think I could have maybe done an extra small. So consider sizing down in this one. I think in most cases a normal size would be fine. And if support isn't your main thing with sports bras, but for my bigger cup size ladies, it just wasn't as much support as I really wanted. It has this little scooped neckline. It's made of the eco recycled fabrics. The straps are decently thick. They weren't cutting into my traps or anything. And it kind of comes into this racer back little like tie type detail, which I think is super cute. Removable cup pads and everything, and it does have a thick elastic at the bottom, which is why I'd be a little hesitant to size down because this could be a little bit tight. So yeah, definitely has a scoop neckline. I was very covered on the side boob region, so I wouldn't be at risk of falling out there. But yeah, I felt like it was pretty comfy overall, and you can definitely go for that little tonal look with the like darker colored leggings and pink top. A couple more tops. There's the Botanical top, another full length top that I did not get. This is an 80% recycled polyester. polyester, 20% spandex. Kind of more of a relaxed fit style. It is going to be in the same material as the Atomic crop, which I will talk about next. Little cutout in the front and a pretty open back to show off your sports bras. So if you like showing off a sports bra while still wearing a full-length top over it, I think this is a good option. There's also the Earth tank, another full-length tank in the recycled, more lightweight material. Also kind of a relaxed fit and also complements the Eco bra in the back. I think a lot of the bras today were kind of meant to be like highlighted by these tops so they kind of show through, which I think was cute. Next top is the Solar banded crop. This one is a crop top and it's banded because it has kind of a little tighter, more fitted elastic at the bottom. It's not actually an elastic, it's just the material folded over that makes it a little more snug, but wide neckline on this one, little mesh panels made of the recycled material. So this is an 88% recycled polyester, 12% spandex, kind of an open like boat neck style neckline, and goes almost to the top of my legging waistband. And this one stays put really well because of this kind of elasticy detail at the bottom. We also have the Atomic crop. I actually have this one in an extra small. I think a lot of these tops are kind of a slightly more relaxed fit, so sizing down is definitely an option if you want it to be a little more snug. Even in the extra small, I wouldn't say that this one is tight. 88% recycled polyester, 12% spandex. It has this little keyhole cutout in the front and then this open scooped out detail in the back. It kind of shows off the Eco bra and that little window perfectly, and it's very lightweight. One thing about this one that I didn't love was every time I raised my arms, it kind of got like stuck on like my boobs, and then when I put my arms down, the shirt didn't come down. So we can see that in my little like arm raise test. It just kind of like wanted to sit a little higher, so something to keep in mind. Not a huge deal. This one also is a slightly more open neckline like the last one, so you are going to see your sports bra straps. Scooped hem at the side, and it's not like the longest crop, like it didn't go quite to the top of my legging waistband, but it was close. And we have the Bio bodysuit. This one is also made of recycled materials. It is a 91% polyester, 9% spandex, and it's actually a ribbed fabric. So it has a mock neck, kind of like open tank style sleeves, and it's pretty like high cut at the bottom, so I wasn't able to like really show it on camera without wearing something over it. I kind of like pulled down my shorts a little bit so you could see, but it's not meant to be worn on its own. It's meant to be worn as like a lifestyle piece. And normally with my bodysuits, I like to put them on like a leotard, like step into it and then like pull up the straps. This one, because it has this mock neck, you can't fit your entire torso and arms like through this neckline. So you have to put it on over your head and then do those little claspies at the bottom. So it has the two little button clasps. I hate doing these clasps. It is always so uncomfortable and so annoying. So it was a little bit of a bummer that I couldn't just like slide it on like a leotard and avoid the clasps. You're going to have to unclasp this every time you go to the bathroom or anything. So I know these clasps are kind of a norm to have on bodysuits, but you really need them in this case. I felt like this was really cute for a lifestyle piece. I do like a nice mock neck, and the sleeves are open so it's not going to be too hot. I felt like this fit me pretty well. The back of this is kind of like a almost like bikini style shape. It kind of like went up the crack a little bit as these things kind of do, but in that case you don't get underwear lines, so it could be a positive. Very high leg line at the side, and I have a very long torso and I did not have any problems with this. I felt like it fit me really well and wasn't stretching in any weird ways, so I would say that this is long torso approved. Not sure what else to say about a bodysuit. You can definitely wear a normal bra under this, which I also like because so many bodysuits are like backless, and I'm like, your girl has to wear a bra. I had a little bit of gaping at the back, but when I put on like my jean shorts, it was totally fine. And lastly, onto accessories. They have marble scrunchies, marble bandanas, and marble headbands. And new to the Game Changer collection is the Game Changer belt bag. So it comes in black and white marble. I will put the dimensions on the screen. So it is a water resistant material like all of the Game Changer backpacks are. External zip and Buffbunny metal logo. It sits on your body really nice with this kind of curved flat side here. And the buckle is actually like this nice chrome color. It's actually like a dark chrome to match for the black one, but I felt this was really nice. You can wear it as a belt bag or crossbody, whatever the cool kids are doing these days. But I was kind of excited because I kind of wanted a belt bag for like hikes and everything. It's kind of a little upscale for a hike, but I don't know, just because of this metal thing, I thought that. And it kind of just works like a seat belt, so super easy. It's actually pretty spacious for a belt bag, but yeah. Next, the Game Changer backpacks are back, and they're in black marble and white marble. This is the black marble, obviously. I kind of switch between my Game Changer tote bag and my Game Changer backpack for school, but I only wear those two bags for school, and it fits everything. It fits my lunch, it fits my laptop, and my like giant iPad. I don't have a ton of books or anything. If you are like a big like textbook, like notebook student, these won't fit too many of those, but if you just are like a laptop person with like a couple other things, I think these are great. In the description below, I will link my full Game Changer backpack review, which is going to be a little more detailed. I'm just going to quickly go over some main concepts. So we have a spacious meal prep compartment here. It actually goes up really high, so you'll be able to fit a lot. It's insulated. I don't even put an ice pack or anything in mine during the day. I just put my refrigerated lunch, and like 4 hours goes by until lunch, and it's still actually decently cool. It has these two side pockets, which are not really enough to fit a water bottle, maybe like an umbrella, but these also have little secret zip pockets. Metal logoing here, and now we're onto the main pocket. Main pocket is also pretty spacious. Keep in mind, the more you put in the meal prep compartment, it takes up space in the body of the bag. Elastic mesh pocket here, zippered mesh pocket on the second layer, and also has a water bottle pocket here, which does fit a hydro flask. So I have put my hydro in here. It works. Then we have the padded laptop pocket. It's kind of secret, goes along your back. This is smaller than the Game Changer tote bag in terms of the laptop space. So if you have like a laptop that's kind of like pushing 15 inches, I wouldn't recommend the backpack because it might not fit. I can fit my 13-inch laptop and my like 11-inch iPad both in the back of these, but if you're like 15, 16, it's questionable. Comment down below if you have a bigger laptop and are able to fit it in a Game Changer backpack. But that's the Game Changer backpack. I love these, and now that I have this black marble one, I am tempted to start using it again for school because I've been using my tote bag for a while and it's time for a change. They will also have Game Changer zips, which is kind of like a little makeup bag situation, as well as marble glute bands. All right guys, I hope I covered everything, and I hope this isn't as long as my normal Buff Bunny reviews because I just don't have the time to edit that long of a review. If you found this video helpful, make sure to use code Kathryn at checkout. I really do appreciate it. And if you have any questions about the launch, please comment them down below. I can't guarantee I will get back to every DM because your girl is overwhelmed with things. So I do see and reply to all the comments. So definitely, if you have an urgent question, comment it down below. It's much easier for me to get through comments than like the 1,000 DMs I have in my inbox. So yeah, comment your questions down below. In terms of my favorite things for the launch, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Limitless biker shorts, and in the end, I think the flow shorts as well. I think those are my favorite things. I'm just a sucker for those biker shorts, and I just love them. I already have them in that icy print. They're just great shorts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!